Lord Best.
Certainly not.
Well, here's the match we've all been waiting for. This is sure to be a brutal encounter. If you're weak of heart, now is the time to look away.
It certainly is. This is a first blood match, and especially because of the hatred that these two men have for each other, it's going to be a very, very brutal and bloody one.
And here is our Shut Your Cakehole champion, Tommy Disaster, proudly wearing that belt. But will he still have it come the end of this match?
Well, I think the crowd are all certainly rooting for him. You can hear there the screams of the crowd when Tommy Disaster came out. They most certainly want him to win this one.
Well, Tommy Disaster shocked the whole world when he beat the Goon for the title way back at episode 4. And the Goon starts off in the offensive. Remember, fight fans, this is a first blood match. There's no rules, there's no disqualifications. The only way this match can end is when one man spills the other man's blood.
Yes, indeed. And I think, regardless of who wins this one, neither man is going to come out of this one a better man than they were beforehand. This is not the time for honour and for honourable moves. This is one for just sheer carnage and for blood.
Well, there's been a rumour circulating around SYC locker rooms this week that the Goon has been eating live mice all week in preparation for this match.
Well, that certainly wouldn't surprise me, Michael. I've heard many stories of the Goon eating all sorts of unbelievable and horrendous foodstuffs, and I believe that live mice would probably give him the strength that he quite possibly needs to be able to draw Tommy's blood in this match.
Well, the Goon there saying that Tommy Disaster has absolutely no chance, and he may be right. Lord Best, I believe you managed to get a chance to speak to Tommy earlier today.
I certainly did. He seemed to be in fairly high spirits, and he seemed to be quite keen to slay the dragon that is the Goon. But we'll have to see how well this works, because, of course, here the Goon, with his immense power, is quite possibly more likely to win this one, just because of the sheer power of his, and the force of his punches could quite easily split open Tommy's face.
Well, it's been evenly matched so far, if you can call it any kind of a fight. This has just been an all-out brawl with weapons. And there you can see the Goon choking the life out of Tommy Disaster.
He certainly was, and clearly not even attempting to draw blood, merely just trying to choke Tommy Disaster there.
And Tommy Disaster, the first wrestling hold we've seen in the match, it's a Boston Crab. Of course, there's no submissions in this match, but it will certainly weaken the Goon somewhat.
It certainly will. And there, Tommy Disaster is trying to struggle back to his feet, and he picks up the cane, but no, to no avail.
And the Goon's got the cane, and I don't even want to know what he's capable of doing with that cane to Tommy Disaster. He's tripped him up, and he's come in some absolutely hellish leg lock. I believe that's a reverse flying devil.
I believe it may be, although I believe it's a reverse flying devil flying Dutchman, which is a very slight variation on that precise move, although we'll have to check with our research team.
And a great drop kick from Tommy Disaster, but the Goon manages to stay on his feet. These two men, so evenly matched. He's going for it for a second time, but the Goon reverses it with a choke slam. And now what will the Goon try? What have these two men left to do to each other that they haven't already done?
And could it be that the Goon is going to attempt to go for the Hell Slam?
Well, it looks like he's gone for it, but he looks as if he's too tired to do it. He's shattered, Lord Best.
He certainly is. I mean, this kind of match is really going to take its toll on anybody, on any contestant. But it seems surprising that the Goon is tiring so soon, whereas Tommy does still seem to have a reasonable amount of energy. He's really drawing on his energy reserves, and hopefully this will mean that Tommy will be able to...
And a vicious blow, and the Goon has gone down.
My, that was horrendous.
And Tommy seems... I don't believe it.
And the Goon has been cut open. Look at all the blood on his forehead there.
I don't believe it. Somehow Tommy Disaster has done it again. Lightning has struck twice. Tommy Disaster is still your SYC champion.
Wow. That was certainly a thrilling match, and I think most people, in fact, even though they were rooting for Tommy, expected the Goon to split him open first, but there, the Goon looks bloodied and very...
Lord Best, could you take us through the best replay, please?
I certainly can. Here we can see that killer blow with Tommy Disaster smashing that bucket into the Goon, and there he is, bloodied, dazed. It looks like he may have blood in his eyes there. He seems unable to be able to see properly in there. Tommy Disaster retains the belt, and he seems quite proud of that one.